What's the deal? What's the deal, man? It's the 18 Wheeling Podcast. We got some guests, but we got 8 guests today, man. First, I want to say this, bro. Introduce yourself, and I'll say what I got to say. I got to say what I got to say.
Well, my name is CDL Shorty, guys. I am big in the trucking industry as far as just making people aware of everything. But it's not about me tonight. It's about these guys right here. These guys have allowed me to come on their podcast. I've been watching them for a while, and I want to give them their flowers and their just due. These are two amazing men. I think you guys sometimes have a female on here as well, and your whole podcast is amazing. So the topics you guys talk about, the real, raw, unfiltered, uncut conversation you guys have, man, I commend you guys for it, and I think everybody should go and subscribe to you guys. And also, I am CDL Shorty. I am 1/3 member of the Freight Fridays podcast on Late Bloomer Media, Late Bloomer Trucking Club / Late Bloomer Media on YouTube. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys having me.
Man, no doubt, no doubt. I wanted to say this, though, man. I appreciate you because every time I'm doing anything, bro, you always encouraging anything, just saying encouraging words, and you don't get that a lot, especially in this industry, man, where we got a lot of people that's fighting for #1 spot when there really ain't no damn #1 spot, man. We all in this shit together for real. That's how I feel about it.
Yes, sir.
But I do
Yes, sir.
appreciate you,
You're
though,
correct.
for real,
Yes.
man.
Hey, the pleasure's all mine, brothers. I appreciate you guys for having me.
Yep. So we here in trucking, man. In this state of trucking, I see a lot that you pushing the broker transparency, man. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, definitely. The broker transparency for people that don't know what it is a regulation that is on the books. It's been on the books since Jimmy Carter signed deregulation into effect in 1980. Broker transparency actually were in the favor of the broker at first. It wasn't in the favor of the truck driver at first because if you guys want to look up and do a little bit of your history, Yellow Freight was the first to oppose. So what happened was before deregulation, um, truckers could go to a shipper and get paid directly from the shipper. It was no middleman. And then all of a sudden, you had a broker that would go to a shipper and trick the shipper and say, "Hey, I have X amount of trucks," in which they really don't, but they just made connections with trucks. They became somewhat of a liaison, if you will. And what they did was us, the truckers, were getting paid from the shippers, and we were withholding. The ICC said we only had to pay them between, I think it was 5 and 10%, if I remember correctly. And the brokers didn't know what we were paying them actually, so they were actually in route for it at first, and then Yellow Freight opposed it, got it overturned, and here we are now. So the reversal of it is now the truck drivers are being left out, and we don't know what the brokers are actually paying us nowadays. So we're fighting for that because in the carrier package, if you're an owner operator, brokers have a carrier packet. Some of them go through highway and other various forms of identification or whatnot to help combat fraud. But in the carrier packet, they put that if you do work with this broker, that you waive your right to broker transparency. And more in detail about broker transparency, it just says that you have the right to request the records within 48 hours of you actually completing that load for a broker. And you have every right to do that. But what a lot of drivers are scared of is if they ask for that from that current broker, that they will get blackballed from that broker. And I don't think that that's fair or right. Then you have unjust freight guards, from what's it called? What's the name of it called? Oh, Carrier 411. You have a lot of unjust freight guards going on with that as well. So, I'm just fighting for it. A lot of brokers are, I mean, not brokers, I'm sorry. A lot of shippers are now starting to stand up and say, hey, we're actually in favor for it as well, because what it can do is help fight freight fraud. We all
Mm,
know that there's a lot of freight fraud in this industry, and they're cracking down on it. And this is one way that they could crack down on it. So that's what broker transparency is. There's a union called the TIA. They're somewhat of a union. They're for all brokers. They're fighting against it. They actually been right in Washington for the last 5 6 years and trying to get it, trying to get it do away with. So truckers have to fight, man. We have to fight and take back everything we can that's ours because we know at the end of the day we don't get the respect that we deserve.
man, that's deep. I didn't even know. I knew about the carrier packet and all of that, but I didn't know about that. The part that you was just talking about at the beginning, as far as like 48 hours. I didn't know that you were entitled to that 48 hours to kind of, yo, this is what we need to know. We need to see the exact rate. And I think if we knew the exact rate, will we really deal with most of these brokers without requesting that 48 hours? I know I done dealt with so many brokers, bro. I'm down there getting chills from you even saying that. Like, damn. So they've been ripping us off. Basically, I wonder how much do they take? Have you noticed? Like, how
Yeah,
much do
and
they?
see, right, and see that's the thing too, because you also have, and not to cut you off, I apologize,
No, you good. You
but
good.
you have a lot of truckers out there that will say, I don't care what the broker makes, just as long as I get what I need to get. And you can be, what broker transparency could do is it could become a tool to help you negotiate better. Now, without broker transparency, you can consider yourself to be a damn good broker. But guess what? If the shipper paid the broker 6,000 and the broker did their research, because this is what they'll say, they do their research, they'll call around to a bunch of carriers, they'll see what that lane is going for. It is supply and demand and whatnot. See what the market has dictated, and say if they throw it on the load board for 3,500, right? Or let's just say 2,500. 6,000 to 2,500. What's in the middle is what the broker just profited for just making a few phone calls and setting up a relationship. Now,
I
let's
think you was
say if
going out.
you knew that,
I think you was going out a
huh?
little bit on that one. I think you was going out a little bit on that one. Can you repeat that again?
Oh yeah, I apologize. So if you found out the shipper pays 6,000, and the broker threw the load on a load board for 2,500, and let's say if you negotiated up to 2,600, in between 2,600 and 6,000, that right there is what the broker just profited off that one load, and they got 10 to 20 trucks, 10 to 20 loads a day. And all they did was build a relationship, number one, and then make a few phone calls. Now they'll argue, it took me a while to build this relationship. Yeah, true. But guess what? You ain't nothing without the truck driver. Now we have truck drivers that don't know their cost per mile. I even had one broker said that they picked up the phone and they found a truck driver that was just looking for gas money. And
Mm,
they profited 42% off of a load. That is ridiculous. So
yeah.
that's a little bit more in depth of broker transparency.
So basically, what you see and saying is like a lot of drivers are dumb. They having an issue with math and really don't know the true numbers of what the industry pays. And that
Yeah, a
right
lot
there
of
is a
drivers.
it's a bad poison that us as human beings, we jump off into something and we haven't really did the whole way around of research. You know, that's just like you taking a high school kid, putting him in a truck, and he say, "Hey, I want to be owner operator," but you don't have no connections, and you start
Hmm.
booking loads. Hey, of course, them brokers have every right to tap that ass, and they gonna get them.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this don't pay this, and that don't pay that. Hey, what connections have you made? Oh, well, I'm
Hmm.
going off of hearsay of what my buddy say, who got 4, 5 different trucks. He's saying do this and do that. Now, you grabbing information from everybody who's around within your circle, trying to coach you along. Hey,
Hmm.
that right
Yep.
there is definitely it's a recipe for disaster. And a lot of, before you grab a truck and start your own business and go off into trucking, you need to educate yourself at least 2 years before you purchase your first PC equipment. That way you done
I
vetted
agree with
yourself.
that.
You done vetted yourself about the game. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And before you start making money. But the thing is, what's really killing the market is you got a lot of black ops companies out here too that just burn MCs. You know,
Oh,
I think
for sure, definitely. I agree with that. I agree with everything you just said. Man, I've always said this. I've always been a big advocate for, you need to have 2 to 3 years before you become an owner operator. On our podcast, we talk about truckers need to take a business class before they become an owner operator or whatnot. Yeah, you have a lot of you have a lot of dumbass truckers out there, number one. Then number two, you have a lot of scared ass truckers because brokers are blackballing, and we need to fight for that too, because it should not be fair for me to ask for what is on the regulation books, for me to come to you and ask and you blackball me. That is not fair. And then yes, you also have a lot of these rogue MC numbers. Everybody talk about the foreigners and everything, and I'm a little not for the English proficiency because I feel like it's low key racist, but I do see where it's going as far as getting rates to come back up, because once you get a certain amount of people out of the industry, of course rates will come back up.
you not for the English proficiency.
I'm not for the English proficiency wholeheartedly. I'm for it maybe 5%, and I'll tell you why I'm for it. Have you ever heard of underride crashes?
Yeah.
I haven't. Can you inform us on that, please?
Okay, underride crashes are when a car gets trapped up under a tractor trailer and gets
Mm.
drugged, whether it's from the side or whether it's from the back. I think it was 1979 when Jane Mansfield had died and passed away because her car, she was a famous Hollywood actor. Her car slid up under a tractor and trailer. Back then, they weren't required to have DOT bumpers back then. So it took for someone to pass away for DOT bumpers to become relevant. Now, what you have nowadays, fast forward to 2025, now you have a huge amount of underride crashes that NHTSA, that the ATA, even though IDA will not help. There is a documentary, a PBS documentary called America's Dangerous Trucks. In that documentary, there is a white mother, and yeah, I do have to bring race into this because race matters. But there's a white mother and there's a white father. The white mother lost a daughter and the white father lost a son. And you want to know what the trucking industry in totality said? Even Wabash, NHTSA, ATA, or IDA, they gave that woman and that father the middle finger and said, we can't do anything to help you guys. Actually, there was a guy here in North Carolina that actually proposed putting rails, lightweight steel rails, up under the trailer. He actually got it patented and got it passed, and they actually started doing demonstrations. One of his demonstrations, man, it stopped the car and everything. He came out with a price and said, I don't remember what the exact price is, but let's just throw one out there. He came out and said it's going to cost $110 to put each of these on a trailer. You know what the trucking industry came back and said? It's going to cost 100. We estimate it's going to cost 150. You know why they raised the price like that? Because in government and within the FMCSA, when a regulation becomes too expensive, it will not get adopted. So everybody
Mm.
want to talk about these foreigners. Everybody want to talk about the ELP, the English proficiency, how it's unsafe for them to read road signs and all that. I agree with that. But what happens when we talk about these American crashes? Why are we not talking about that? What happens when we're not talking about underride crashes? Did you know that only 17 states of 50 only recognize underride crashes on the state troopers accident report? So what happens if it is an underride crash in a state that doesn't recognize it? You want to know what happens with it? It gets misconstrued, it gets misplaced, and you actually have to go and look and search for the data. And they have it, they'll say just a regular car wreck is what it'd be titled. But then when you go in, because they have to take pictures of every accident, When you go in and look at the pictures, guess what? It's an underwrite crash. They misclassify them. So when we talk about English proficiency, let's talk about these underwrite crashes. When we talk about English proficiency in houses being unsafe, let's talk about these American crashes. When we talk about English proficiency and how it's unsafe, let's talk about all the crashes that Swift had, all the crashes that Warner had, all the crashes that Snyder's had a nuclear verdict. I don't hear anybody talking about that. So that's why I kind of feel like it's low key racist.
I can concur with
What
that.
happened to Truck Mafia?
He went in the truck. I just took him off for a minute. If y'all want to see him, this is what he doing,
okay.
y'all. He really living that life, man. While we sitting there, we working and grinding, man. So I told him, I'm like, we up here, so let's go. Yeah. Yo, you lagging a little bit too, bro. I can see it on my end. I don't know if you can see it, but you lagging a little bit. But we'll keep it rolling, man. Just we can use the audio.
Is it choppy?
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate that. I'm sorry, man.
No, it's all good.
I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on in my house.
But yeah, man, I feel like they use words just like Sean Duffy. They all use these words, and you're right. It is it's stereotyping, just like drivers use words, talking about steering wheel holders and flip-flops and turban guys and all of that. Y'all classifying the people. We know who y'all talking about. Just like the SAT program, like that program some bullshit. It's just geared towards people, to put the masses in who it's for marijuana users. You using meth and that shit is out of your system in 24 to 72 hours. Just like what you said, man. It's classifying people. ELP. Okay, now you classifying is more geared towards what Trump agenda is for trucking, for the country and everything. You talking about illegal immigrants. Just say that.
Yeah,
Just say that.
Yep,
right?
This current administration. Now, I got a question for Truck Mafia.
Go ahead.
Truck, can you hear me, Truck Mafia?
Yeah.
All right. Who voted to take the English proficiency out of trucking?
Who voted to take the English proficiency out of trucking? The ATA.
Yes, sir. No.
That ain't right.
It was no. Have you ever heard of CVSA?
CVSA?
What is the Commercial Vehicle Administration?
Safety Administration. Yes, sir. Yeah. They voted in 2016. See, this is why I don't like Sean Duffy. You get up there, and it's all about the agenda of this current administration.
But hold on,
they get up there and they want to blame everything on the. Hold on. They get up there and they want to blame everything on Obama. In 2016, the CVSA said that they voted to take English proficiency out because they felt like it was discriminatory, and there was really no records back then of how many accidents were happening. They brought this to the Obama administration, and the Obama administration said, okay, cool. They didn't totally do away with it. They just became lax on it. But if you listen to Sean Duffy talk, everything was Obama's fault. If you listen to ATA talk, everything was everybody else's fault. Don't nobody talk about the CVSA.
You know what's crazy?
But the CVSA and the ATA, they like buddies. You know what I'm saying? They both sit and trade off information at the same damn table.
Well, but you know what's crazy that you said
that press conference that they had out in I think it was out in Florida. You had Sean Duffy there. Their main objective was throwing Joe Biden under the bus. Why are we here with that? Oh, Joe Biden let all these illegal immigrants in, and then they was here on the visa. And now look what's going on in the trucking industry. Let's just clean the problem up. Let's not blame other people, like you said. They blaming Obama. Where we at right now currently? We fucked up.
Yeah,
we messed up.
Yeah, it's kicking the can down the road. But I will be fair. Joe Biden did do a bunch of dirty stuff to the trucking industry. He passed a law, I think it was like a truckers bill or something like that back in 2021, where, man, it just opened the floodgates for people to come in. our industry. So I will say that.
So do you think that's the ripple effect of what we dealing with now? What happened back then?
I think what we're dealing with now, yeah, it's the ripple effect, but also we have to go back to deregulation of 1980. Deregulation is the effect in which our forefathers who fought for this didn't think about what was going to happen later on down the road. Because
Mm,
deregulation made it easy for people like me and you and Truck Mafia to go buy a truck and get our own MC and DOT number and become our own boss. You understand? So I think we have to go way back in history for that.
well, I don't know nothing about that. I only have knowledge of you're like a damn historian, man, when it comes to the trucking industry, I see. Cause your dates and stuff, it do check out. No, for real, bro. That should be checking out. I listen to you all the time, bro. I just be sitting back taking notes and shit. But I feel like, man, what y'all just said is just coming in full circle, man. You gotta just know things in this trucking industry before you get involved in it. And at this time, we have a lot of people coming in from the 2020 wave, and they asking themselves why. You had to been here a little bit before that, or had the knowledge of what happened before you. And that's where we at right now with this trucking, man. That's the current state.
Yeah. I, I like that you say you have to have the knowledge to know it before you, because with the ELP, Truck Mafia, with English proficiency, when we talk about that, we also need to talk about where e-logs came from. E-logs came from all the good old boys that was out there drinking coffee, snorting cocaine, doing 8 to 1,300 miles a night, having crashes, doing all this illegal stuff behind DOT back. But oh, what's the old saying? Oh, it's a problem. It's cool when they do it, but then it's a problem when I do it. So now you got the foreigners doing it, and now it's the problem. But ELDs came from the good old boys.
So why did they put that here? You think they implemented it into trucking for control?
Nah, to slow down the cowboy from taking all the money.
You you damn
Put a
right.
time on their ass.
And actually, fun fact for you, Obama had actually mandated the ELD, by the way,
Hmm.
in 2016. So yeah, but Warner likes to brag and put flyers on their trailers and stuff that they were the
The
first
pioneer of
to
ELD.
yeah. Well, the reason why they the pioneers of ELD because they were fucked up back then. They were
And
doing
they
dumb
part of the
shit.
ATA. Warner's a part of the ATA Association.
For sure, for sure. But they were doing dumb shit, and they actually was this close to getting shut down. And then they had to go get the ELD because if not, they was gonna be shut down. So
Warner
that's
had
why they're the
Warner,
pioneers.
Warner had killed about six or eight people that same year before they got on
You see
their
what I'm
ass.
talking about?
Like got on their ass. But
Yeah,
this is the thing.
but ain't nobody talking about them, but they want to talk about these foreigners. No, they want to talk about these foreigners because these foreigners out here eating. They might be taking cheap loads and running loads for $1.50 a mile, but they send it back to their country, which I don't think is fair. I'm an American, so I'll say that. But they eating. And a lot of people are mad about that because now I can't eat, you can't eat. So it's not about safety. If it was about safety, we'll start talking about some real safety shit. But it's
But
not
my
about
thing,
that.
hold
It's
on now.
about talk
They
to me.
take the money and go back overseas, but they live better than we do. Got big,
I
nice
said it
houses
wasn't
and
fair.
mansions and
I
everything.
said it wasn't fair. I did say that wasn't fair. I did say that.
But just a minute ago, you said you was against the English proficiency
I think it's
because
fair, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
it brought up racism.
if y'all, we
and
all
I
men.
do, and I do.
We listen, we all men,
Well,
and it,
if that's the
uh,
case, let's go get our license in Dubai or Punjab and let's go drive over there and see how far we make it.
we gonna make it.
Hey, and I'm with you on that. But it's the government too. See, nobody's talking about the government. Their government won't let us come over there. Why is our government letting everybody else come over here?
Because it's the land of the milk and honey. You can get fat. Come get fat. Because Americans are stupid. We're stupid. You know what I'm saying? We let anything and everything go on. You know? This is the dumbass country. Because we good, better known. We get scammed out of everything. Let's just be Elon Musk and his Doge myrmidons, they let it be known. Like, hey, this
Well,
is where y'all taxpayers' dollars are going on bullshit.
have you ever heard of the USMCA?
Yeah.
Okay, the USMCA, for those who have not heard of it, the USMCA is a trade agreement. Trump did away with NAFTA back in his first term, and he came up with the USMCA. The reason why they can go over there and live better is because our wages over here in America don't compete with their wages. You know, there's people in Pennsylvania that work for Mac and Volvo. Mac and Volvo just shut down their plant in Pennsylvania and moved it to Mexico because of the USMCA agreement. Now, us as truckers is coming back for revision, I think in June or July of next year. We need to be there and at that table because we need to have a universal country wage. The wages that we get paid over here, our living situation is not compared to theirs. So with that being said, they can come over here, run loads for $1.50 and then send it back to their country and then live like kings and queens. If they even doing that. We don't I've never been over to where they from, so I can't really say that. But I know about the USMCA agreement. I know a lot of truckers aren't talking about it, so we need to talk about that.
For sure. I think being present at these meetings will it'll show diversity. It'll show that we care as truck drivers because we do run. We are the vein in this country. And if it's a big turnout, shit, they know like, oh, they serious. It's getting serious. But I do want to say this. I think any man who has a family in another country, wouldn't y'all send y'all family the money too? So what's wrong with it? You over here, this is the land of the milk and honey. We know where it's at. You a man, you came over here, you got the milk and honey, you send it back over to your family. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I just see more wrong with the government because they should have stipulations on certain things, and they know they focus on their money. They ain't focus on the objective at hand, man. So I don't like I come over and get your money. Come over and get it. I don't care.
Exactly. The H-2B visa program got out of hand. It really got out of hand. It really got out of hand, and it got to the point to where it was just like I said, we can't. They don't have no HB2 visas for us over there, so we can't really fault these people for coming over here because our government said, "Come on, we'll take you." You feel me?
Yeah.
Come on, Trump. I know you got something to say. Come on, baby.
At the same time,
He like this time. This
hey
him.
man,
This him all day, bro. I swear.
I mean, granted, this is me all day. You know,
This is all he talk about, bro. I swear.
I'm just in an unfortunate situation. With that being said, shit flows downhill. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, pre-pandemic, average load costs what? To go cross country was about what, 7, 8 thousand. Now you got guys itching to get back to California for maybe 3, 4, 5 grand. And the cost of fuel is still at what, $4 and some change. But at the same time, it's like a lot of people don't know numbers and they don't know math. So why? And now with Super Ego and all these other companies, Beverly Hill Trucking, they push out this whole be an owner operator, get inducted into the lease program, zero money down on the truck. Oh, your truck note $550 a week, and they cooking up fake rate cons, tricking drivers to make them think like, oh, you can run outlaw. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we'll flip your clock. You know, the more loads you take, the more money that they make. And all they got to do is cook the numbers and send you a fake ass PDF of a rate con. Oh, I'm making money. If you really think you flipping your clock for $3,500 a week, use a dumbass. Use a dumbass. You
So,
putting your life at risk, loads at risk, the people on the road around you at risk. And then that's why
so
it
let
goes back to me saying, like, education about the industry is key. You know?
I like what you're saying, but let me ask you this. So who do you say or who do you think is to blame for the fall of trucking right now? The rates, the money, all of that. Would it be COVID drivers? Would it be foreigners or would it be brokers?
Neither one of them.
Why not?
Because you got to think the brokers, they taking advantage of a situation. You know, if I know you's an uneducated person and it's a dog eat dog world, and it's been like that since before Christopher Columbus ever even came off the boat. Well, not even, let me say Marco Polo, somebody else. It's been a dog. The United States has been a dog eat dog country since the birthplace of New York. So I don't blame somebody for getting rich off the next man. I just blame because it's not in the forefront. Because like my mama say, if you know better, you'll do better. At least if you're gonna take advantage of me, let me at least see it in black and white. You know? That way I can go back to the table and say, damn, you know what? I did not read this. I did not educate myself on this. Versus you taking advantage of me because I don't know nobody. It's almost like a baby. You have to raise that baby and teach him. So with the trucking industry, it's like they look at us, oh, they're a bunch of dumbasses. That they over the road, you know? And they don't know any
Okay.
better.
Okay. So with the English proficiency, who do you think is getting hurt the most right now?
Hey, you know how to speak English?
Of course.
All right, I know how to speak English, right?
Right.
Okay. So let me come to your house and go inside your piggy bank and get some money.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in the industry, who's getting hurt the most right now?
Me and you.
You think so?
Yeah.
Who getting who? What's the answer? What's the answer to this?
The brokers. The brokers don't care. Hold on. The brokers and the shippers didn't care about English proficiency. Do you know that there's a study that was done that brokers used the most foreign drivers, the most foreign truck drivers ever? Nowadays, they can't because guess what? Now the shippers are saying, oh no, oh no, if they can't speak English, we're not because they're scared of their freight getting stuck at a way station in America.
All
That
right, so
makes
let me tell you.
So,
The last
go ahead.
time I spoke to a broker over the phone, this man English was so bad. His name Dolphins. Dolphins is over in another country right now
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
with a whole bunch of low. And I said, bro, how you become a damn broker? Oh man, I've been doing this since I think he got off in the game in either 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
now he has a gang of trucks, and he's using his own people for the benefit of his greater good
For
because he's
sure. But
able to capitalize.
For sure, but American brokers too. But I'm glad that you brought that point up because that's another topic that we have on our podcast. You know, why if we're cracking down on English proficiency in truck drivers, why aren't we cracking down on foreign brokers?
Why we're not?
Yes.
No, I think with that being said, it forces the broker hand to use a English speaking driver or somebody who can speak proper English. Because
Right. That's
you
what I'm
got
saying.
to
So,
think lately they done got smart on our ass. It's been two people to a truck, and that's goes for the
mhm,
Hispanics, and it goes for the all my other brown brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's been two of them to a truck, so they know they make more money off running
Right.
teams, and somebody in that truck can speak good English.
Right, but that's what I'm saying though. The brokers have been getting hurt the most. So yeah, we could talk about the foreigners are getting hurt by getting deported and stopped by ICE and all of that, citations and all of that. But these brokers, because these brokers and these shippers was cutting corners a while back. Now they can't cut those corners now, and now the American truck drivers, we finally starting to see some growth. So I'm
Correct.
cool with it on that aspect, but when it comes from the safety aspect, that's when I feel like it's racist because, bro, I did so in Arkansas they kind of started all this, right? So I went back and looked up the FMCSA data about non-domicile and domicile crashes in the state of Arkansas. Did you know that they were literally right up under each other? Of course, with non-domicile a little bit further higher than domicile, but domicile is right up under there. But they try to make it seem like, oh, all these foreigners coming over here having these crashes, and Americans ain't doing shit. That's a bold-faced lie. Now, when they talk about safety, that's where I feel like it's wrong and it's racist. Now,
Hey,
when you
but hold
talk
on,
about
listen
getting
here,
people
listen here,
out and
listen
bringing
here.
the rates up,
Listen here, listen. Now that you brought up the race card, those Punjabi people are racist too. They racist just as much
yeah,
as we is.
and the white
Because
boys
at
is
the end of the
racist
day,
too.
those people have arranged marriages. You know what I'm saying? They don't allow. It's forbidden to even date an Indian woman unless she's shunned from her family,
And back
and and
then,
and and, and that's dealing with any other culture.
and back then, first of all, you do understand it's a white boy industry. Black people wasn't really fond of or allowed in this industry. And back in those days, were white people not forbidden to marry black people?
Correct.
So see, history repeats itself, and we have to really be careful. We have to be careful because we wasn't accepted in trucking at once upon a time either. Still
No,
not to this day.
no.
I mean, if you follow, I follow a guy named Trucker Brown. Before he had his health issues like I did,
Yep.
he talks about when he got into the hopper division. He said the hopper division is the most racist division of trucking there is out there.
Yeah, shout out to Trucker Brown,
So
man.
yeah, shout out to him. But we have to be careful as black people to act like our shit don't stink. As white Americans act like they shit don't stink. What was they doing
Exactly.
back in the day? They was snorting cocaine, running 2,500 miles in a night.
But my thing is, like my uncle always say, you know what I'm saying? You gonna wipe your ass from front to back or back to front. But also at the same time, pay attention to what's going on around you. But you got a lot of drivers that come out here on the road, they self-isolate. And that's a bad piece of poison of a mentality to have. Or I don't want to speak to anybody. I don't want to say nothing to anybody. Or I just want to go in here and get what I got to get, go back and get in my truck and get down the road. I don't like dealing with people and yada, yada, yada. You won't go very far in this industry if you're like that.
Hey, I tell people all the time, you have to get out that truck, man, because you can network and meet so many other people. Even when you starting, that's the perfect time because you can get your teeth on a whole different company, and you can get a better pay. You would know a lot about these rates of what's going on if you're an owner operator, and then if you own the fleet, you'll know what's coming just by being in the ambience of truck drivers. You know what I'm saying? You'll know how to form a routine in the morning if you're just not starting. So y'all saying exactly,
Yep.
y'all saying exactly what people need to hear, man. Y'all need to listen.
But to answer your question on your head, do I think trucking will become great again? Hell no.
It will.
Hell.
Can I say this? Can
Hey
I
Why?
say
man, we
What
this?
might
makes you
be
say?
old, walking with canes, and the younger generation, be looking at us like, hey, I remember them.
Hey, look, we got so much stuff going on in trucking as far as technology going, bro. That's in our favor. We got
Oh, here
these
you go with this shit.
the others. I love technology, y'all know that.
Here you
But
go.
with the Tesla trucks, look at what's going on, bro. That's gonna replace
Man,
your
we're gonna be in a nursing home and you're gonna be watching Tesla
2027.
truck.
It's already happening, bro. 2027. They already installing They already installing the Tesla recharges that already in 2027, bro. It's happening already. You just don't want it to happen, but it's gonna happen, bro.
What do you
Regardless.
Well, Lee's, give me,
What do you
because
think?
I retired. I'm finna retire from trucking in about 5 more years. I'm done.
Well, you're gonna see it happen then. You're gonna see it
And
happen.
I won't be in the United
But
States of
listen.
America. I tell you that much.
So the ECMVs, that's the electrical commercial vehicles, they're going to be able to give you that variable cost that we spend so much on, which is fuel. It's going to get cut probably in half, just like a damn Tesla car, and you'll be able to further your company. And guess what? Those rates probably going to be it's even better. When you're talking to a broker and you tell me I can speak English and I have the Tesla. And I got the Tesla truck. Oh, let's talk now. Yeah, let's talk. It's gonna get better. Even if the Teslas don't come out, y'all see what's going on with
I'm gonna be
with
honest
all.
with you. I think they need to do away with brokers and go back to what Short is saying. Give it back to the shippers and receivers to they delegate they own who they want to deal with and let them deal with that on because the middleman being right there, he just messing with the money. He's in my back pocket when I don't need it. When you can
Well,
walk straight in
hold
that
on.
building, you can walk straight in that building and talk to somebody who's over the
The
shipping
logistics
department,
coordinator.
the logistics coordinator.
Yeah, yeah.
So the,
Well, two things. Oh, go ahead, Truck Mafia. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
now go ahead.
So I was gonna say with that, the only problem with that is shippers love brokers because they don't want to talk to us. Truckers don't have good. A lot of truckers don't have good negotiation skills. We just talked about a lot of truckers don't know math. They don't know the cost per mile. A lot of y'all out there, or a lot of us out there, are not carrying P&L sheets or any ROI sheets or anything like that. Um, and a lot of truckers are
Hold
not
on
good
one second.
negotiators.
Tell them what a P&L sheet is.
Profit and loss.
All right,
ROI is a return of investment or return on investment. If you bought your
thank you.
truck, are you getting a return on investment? Yes, sir. Um, so say if Nike has a distribution, Nike don't want to talk to a truck driver. Nike wants to talk to a broker and have a broker go out there and get the best rate. So I think we will have a hurdle with that. I like your idea, trust me, I really do. But I think we'll have a hurdle with that basically because of the lack of negotiation skills. And also the lack of trucks and trailers. I mean, you got nowadays you got one broker that got access to 300-400 trucks. So I think that will hurt us as well. And then number two, number two, 18 wheeling up there. How do you feel about Aurora?
Explain about Aurora.
So Aurora is the self-driving truck that they've been testing from Dallas to Houston. How do you feel about them?
I feel that. I mean, they also got another company named Kodiak. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
Kodiak.
Kodiak too. Yeah.
They're doing the same thing. I feel like let's play ball because
Now,
technology is only gonna further what we doing. It makes it only makes it more. It makes it better. You know what I'm saying? More makes it more convenient. So let's see where it goes. They have trucks down here running right now that's running autonomous on the
It, it,
highway right now.
it won't work because that'll put
It's
the Dutch
working
out of
right
business.
now. Why do y'all keep saying that? It's
It will
working,
put
bro.
the
It's on the.
Dutch.
You want me to take the camera outside and go on ITN
No,
right
I'm
now?
saying it won't work because you got a lot of small mom and pop companies. Like I delivered to this Amish facility, and they do everything the old fashioned way. And you mean to tell me that a autonomous truck finna go on a gravel lot, bust a U-turn, and line up
It's
and
gonna do
listen
all
to
that.
the directions of to get offloaded?
It's gonna do all that. Have you heard of Waymo? Those vehicles,
Waymo, and they
Waymo.
crashing into people right now.
But people doing there's it's people crashing more than a Waymo is
Hey
crashing.
man, we
Y'all
we gonna
scared of
be
technology, man. Just let technology be
we
technology,
gonna be
bro.
pushing up daisies by the time they implement that.
It's
Okay.
happening right now. I'm gonna take a camera
Yeah.
out there and we're
Aurora.
gonna go
I
out on the road.
I when you get your
Aurora.
first autonomous truck, let me know.
Go ahead, CDL.
Pat,
He getting on
Aurora.
my motherfucking nerves.
Aurora. Well, to his point, Aurora, they were one of the leading, autonomous trucks companies out there, and they have a big investor named Packard.
Mm.
Packard
Mhm.
actually damn near almost pulled out because they were so scared of it actually being driverless, and they were scared of the accident rate. So they actually said the only way we're not going to pull out is if you guys put a safety driver, a human, in there to basically babysit that truck.
Like a conductor
So I
is
say
to a
all that to
train.
say, yeah, I say all that to say I do feel like it is coming down the pipeline, but I feel like we still got a ways, we still got a ways to go with that.
It's here, y'all. They doing plantooning in Ohio. We seeing that already. Where another truck is right behind the truck that's driving with a driver in there, and it's in sync with it with no driver. We seeing
So
that.
you're for it?
Yes. Let's go.
You don't think it'll
I
push me
got
out
a
the
Tesla,
industry?
bro. I love that damn car, and I would love to see trucking get to that point. I would love to see it. I swear I do.
Oh, why?
Because it will make everything easier, man. I mean, that's what we here
China
for.
already got that.
Okay,
Autonomous trucking.
Yeah,
America.
but
Go ahead. My bad.
but you don't think it's gonna push us out the industry as drivers?
We already pushed it. We already pushed out. Fuel pushes. It's certain variables that can push us out. We pushed out by fuel costs. We pushed out by the influx of drivers coming into we got a driver shortage. Now we don't have a driver shortage. It's actually oversaturated. We got so many
Mm-hmm.
problems in trucking. It's too many now. This shit didn't cannibalize itself.
What you
So
call it?
Mm.
It done what?
cannibalized. It ate itself up with all the issues.
Mm.
We have railroads that's carrying thousands of trailers in your same
Yeah,
direction
the
while you
Z.
carrying one.
Yep,
Hey, so what happened
the
to that
new Z
trailer?
train.
That train that flipped over out there in Arizona. Yeah, let's talk about that.
What about it?
Now,
But it happened
okay,
though,
now
right?
we can
It
talk about
happened.
that. Now, look, we can talk about that, but also to be fair, how many trains flip over versus how many trucks flip over, or how many truck accidents they have.
Exactly.
Well, from the
But
ones
with
I
the
seen,
autonomous though,
the ones I
we
seen this
can't just lay
past,
down with that.
the ones I seen, the trucks accidents that I've seen over the course of, let's say, 2 years. I want to say I know about 5 of them was American that flipped over trucks, and that's because they
I
running
like
out.
that.
Now, with that being said, do I think trucking gonna get better, or it's just gonna be a thing of the past? It looked like it's gonna happen.
What's gonna happen?
Mm.
Where you see
That
trucking in
that
5 years?
the whole trucking thing is gonna be a thing of the past.
So you saying in 5 years trucking is gonna be a thing of the past?
Possibility. Ain't
Are
don't
you?
nobody want to do this shit.
CDL
You tell me right now who want to be a truck driver that you know.
who want to be one? I don't even want to be one no more, bro. I've been doing this for 8 years now. I'm through. I rather do content for all my younger guys. Just soak it up, bro.
Got a
For
lot
real.
of people leaving the industry.
Yeah.
People come out here, they see what it is, they get a feel for it, they get that first $800 check from their company, and then oh no, bitch, I can't do this. I can't do, man, fuck that trucking shit. Ain't no money in trucking. And then they leave. And they go,
I don't know about 800, but what about the driver who running for and getting 3,500 or
man, I did an
25?
interview. I did an interview with an African guy about 2 years ago that was working for Subigo. That man told me he rode 10,000 miles in 1 week, and his settlement was $500.
Oh no, that's super ego
And it
for him.
goes back to
Now,
what Short was saying. You don't know the industry. You haven't educated yourself on the industry, your P&L, and so forth. So they get you. They
yeah,
get
I
you.
would agree. I would agree with that truck mafia, but only pushback I would have on that is I think first of all, logistics is never going anywhere. I don't think trucking's ever going anywhere. But I do think the days of long haul trucking are done and over with because of the Z train and everything else that they got going on. I think it's going to be more short hauls and regional hauls that's going to live on. I work for a truck driving school. I've been doing it a little over 3 years now. Man, hey, they pushing them in, they pushing them out. There's a lot of guys out there, and like you said, they come in, they get a feel for it, they don't like it no more. I agree with that. But how many people are coming in with that mindset a year? if you look at the statistics in trucking, the turnover rate, it went from 91% in 2023 to 94% in 2025. That is very high. But guess what? I found out these trucking companies, they only need a driver for a year because they got to get X amount of drivers to get that government contract, that government funding, and things of that nature. So after a year, when those people that got a feel for it and they don't want to be in it, guess what? They got a whole nother crew coming in, and that's how the pipeline keeps going.
Yo, I did go and work for Super Ego for some time, and when I met the owner of Super Ego, hey, he told me, as long as drivers still smoking that doing drugs, bro, my doors are open to them.
For
And he
sure.
said, bro, I get 50 drivers every Monday. You know why? Because they don't want to put down the drugs. I said,
Damn.
what? He said, everybody that come on the SAP program now, I'm giving them an opportunity to get in the truck and run their back out.
Damn.
I said, man, you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. If you can't leave drugs
Damn.
alone, you ain't gonna make no money in this industry unless you run your own thing until you get caught. And when you get
For sure.
caught or kill somebody, bro, you're gonna be on the news.
For sure. 100%.
Hey, can I run this back? Can I run this back? What Shorty said, CDL Shorty. Genius. Listen to what he just said, bro, about everything OTR is really about to diminish. We got the railroads. I did it in the breaking news about this, but I don't less on me and more on the topic. Think about if you got mass trailers coming to they building something right now from Atlanta to California back up to New Jersey where they just carrying all these trailers. All these trailers. Once they get them to these hub cities, they're already gonna be there. And all the jobs are gonna be left as regional, and then you're gonna have local. I swear I feel like the same thing, bro. That's what's gonna happen. This was gonna happen. That's just
Yes, sir.
logistics. It's smarter. It's smarter.
Right. Yes, sir.
But this is where we at in trucking, man. I mean, a lot of this stuff you backed with statistics, CDL Shorty, and I backed it with what I've read, and y'all can go back to the news. There's real news, CDL Life. We got other news that's in breaking news that I recite. Truck Mafia, he here. He's like a damn trucking historian too, just like CDL Short. We telling y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's why I said in the beginning, I love what you guys do. Keep up the good work, man.
Likewise. I
Hey,
think
also, man, what about, man? We supposed to be a brotherhood, helping each other, man. You got a lot of drivers that keep their mouth closed about their honey holes on where they get freight from and network associates. You know what I'm saying? And you got some
that's the
drivers
gatekeeper portion. Yeah.
that just will set up another driver for failure because they in his backyard and don't want to see that man grow. And us as people, we gotta stop that shit.
Now, is that gatekeeping? Is that a form of gatekeeping, or is it self-preservation?
Me, I think it's a form of goddamn bigotry and bullshit and gatekeeping and a multitude of other goddamn just envy, pure fucking hatred and envy. And then the Bible talks about it.
I
You're
agree
supposed to
with
have
you.
envy for the next man. The game is each one
I
teach
agree.
one. You know what I'm saying? If I know something, of course I'm gonna put D on. You know what I'm saying? If I know, oh, I got a farmer that's paying $10,000 a load every trip coming out of Ohio. Oh yeah, bro, go get it. I can't get it. I'd rather see you get it. But a lot of people turn a blind eye to helping each other, and that shit really sickening to the industry as well.
But is that just happening with us?
You.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead,
it just
brother.
ain't
Go ahead. What
happening
you
with
about to
us.
say?
It ain't just ain't happening with us because some palm colors do that shit too.
I don't think, bro. I think that's some us type shit.
Nah,
like I don't see.
palm colors.
Listen,
some palm colors do that shit too. For
listen,
real.
the palm colors. I just got that shit. But I looked at my power like this dude crazy. But look though, bro, I think more like we do that with content. Like it's so many. We do that with content. We do that with females. We do that with cars. We do that with just a hookup on anything, bro. It's like we got the crab in a bucket mindset. CDL Shorty ain't have to come reach out, bro. He got a hell of a platform going on. We need more people like that, bro. Like that's welcoming. We don't have that. Once you get a $10,000 spot that's going, oh, Ohio, okay, let me get all the 10,000. It's only one you. Go ahead and put your brother on because he got a truck too, and tell him to bring everybody that. Let's burn it out. Let's burn it up. But we don't think like that. We try to burn ourselves out. Now your ass got sciatica and you can't do no lows. Now you want to pass it down. Come on, bro. Don't
agree
do it like
100%. I agree 100%.
Can you share what you was doing, talking about with let's open up Pandora's box with this was it him? It wasn't him 500, was it? It was him 500. All of these creators for real. He was on their ass. Was it him 500? No. I'm sorry. Alex Good Energy. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, he's a part of that crew. But no, man, it doesn't just pertain to him. It pertains to all of them, man.
Mm-hmm.
It pertains to all of them, man, because at the end of the day, they're selling a lifestyle. They're selling a dream. When we all know that trucking don't really get down like that. Real trucking don't really get down like that. And 9 times out of 10, you buying a lifestyle and buying a dream from someone who doesn't even have a CDL, in which I take offense to. I was out on the road when these people became real popular during the pandemic. I was actually out on the road trucking during that time. I actually had a real heart attack in my truck in West Monroe, Louisiana at that time. So, I just want people to start differentiating the difference between the real and the fake. That's all.
And you do that by knowledge. I think, and it's not just knowledge, it's by experience too. A lot of people you can't teach. That's what we talked about earlier. You can't teach trucking in a course. It don't happen like that.
Correct.
Trucking is teach and experience. Trucking is teach with failures and going through trials and tribulations. That's why a lot of companies say we need you to have at least a year or two experience so you can get the experience. And we saying that too, at least get a year or two before you aspire to be a damn owner operator. Have 5, 6, 7, 10 years under your belt before you go get your own MC. We know y'all admiration for to be the best you can be is up to here, but we need you to get the game first. We don't want to sell you a course. We don't want to do that. We want you to learn and get your experience, man, and then go be the best you could be, man.
I ain't even gonna hold you. I did watch that video show, and I kind of felt the same goddamn way. Like, hey man, all y'all so-called trucking gurus and content creators, what do y'all give back besides bullshit?
Correct.
Like you don't see him no more. He used to be a guy on there. Shout out to boss man Bruce. He said, man, stop giving the little homies bad game. He preached a lot on prison reform and all that. You don't see none of his content no more. But I fuck with his movement the long way. And it goes back to everybody want to make trucking content, but actually at the end of the day, how many people you help in this industry? What you giving back?
Correct.
Okay, the same amount of time it took you to make that video go viral, who you help, bro? Man, I get countless of fucking emails and phone calls and messages day in and day out, bro. From people asking for pointer directions. I don't broadcast that shit for what? That ain't no benefit to me. I'm just helping the next man. A lot of people always asking, "Hey, bro, I just got my license." Like right now, it's a girl in my inbox now asking, "Hey, what do you think about super ego?" Girl, don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Go get your ass whooped. Go there. Go get your ass whooped, and then you're gonna have to start all over again, finding you another company. because
Mm-hmm.
it's a dead
For
end
sure.
road, and
For sure.
it's just everybody they want millions of views and millions of followers, but at the same time, once you get that, then what's next? What you doing
Right,
next?
right, right. One of the reasons why I take such of offense to it is because I've met people that have brought those so-called courses or whatnot from those people, and then they don't have a CDL. And then guess what? They done bought the truck, like that person
Hold
told
on, you
you
say you
to.
did what?
Yeah, yeah, they done bought the truck, and then guess what? Now they can't find a driver, or they found a driver, but it was a bad driver. That, and this is a true story. A bad driver abandoned this one, not abandoned. I'm sorry. A bad driver took this woman's truck from North Carolina to Denver, busted the trailer axles, both of them. Came back to North Carolina. He must have busted them in North Carolina, something like that, because ain't no way you can drive from Denver to North Carolina on busted axles. But anyways, make a long story short, busted the trailer frame, busted the axles, parked her truck, and told her he quit, blocked her, stopped answering her phone calls and everything.
That sounds like
Guess
he
what?
did that shit on purpose. He probably did
She
that
don't
in North Carolina.
she don't have a CDL. It was her and her husband was investing. They listened to this Alice Good Energy. Guess what happened? Now they both looking like the husband and the wife both looking like, hey, we either gonna have to sell this truck or somebody gonna have to jump in and get their CDL. The husband couldn't do it because he had a very, very good job, high job at some other place that I won't disclose. But she had to do it. She was a dispatcher. She had to do it. So I had the opportunity to train her for 5 months because it was part time on and off. And she went and got her CDL. But she took advice during COVID from Alex that said, "Get what? You don't need a CDL. All you gotta do is find a driver, go buy you a truck, and blah 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 blah." And guess what? I have not only countless emails like that, I got countless text messages, I got countless YouTube comments of people that have listened to this man, and they've listened to other people and bought courses from other people. That guess what? It's 2025. Where that trucking company at? Where the trucking company at? Then you
They
have people
folded.
that say, yeah, you don't need, then you have people that say, yeah, you don't need a CDL to be in DOT compliance. You can help truckers with DOT compliance. That's the new thing that's going on now. Well, why can you help truckers with DOT compliance and all this? You know why? Because a lot of them listened to them during the pandemic, didn't educate themselves, didn't know how to properly do DOT compliance, and now they need y'all to help them fix what y'all started.
Yeah. If you're not gonna be, my thing is, if you're not gonna be there the whole way, don't even get involved in selling no courses and trucking. These are now we gotta talk to them. Cause it'd be the same way, bro. Damn, I got my authority. What I need to do.
For
Where
sure.
you how long you been in trucking for? Oh shit, this is my first year. What are you doing? What are you
Bro,
doing?
I talked to this one person. This person paid for Alice Good, and this is why I can say this. This person paid for Alice Good Energy's course, right? Got in the same situation, couldn't find a driver, found one, wasn't a good driver, blah blah blah. They all got the same story. Bro, me and this person became cool. This person called me one day and said, "Yo, I can't get my weight right on my I can't get my weight right on my trailer and all that." And I'm trying to help him out. And then I'm like, "Yo, FaceTime, let me see what the ticket looked like." Bro, dude, we FaceTime and I saw what the ticket looked like. Bro, he got a load that got 89,000 pounds.
I hope he got a permit.
No, this was a dry van load.
I hope he got a
But
permit.
but but like I said, he took Alice Good Energy course. What are you learning in that course? If you don't know to scale your load and know that you need to stay in between 80,000 pounds, that's the basics of trucking.
But I'm gonna say this too, CDL Shorty. I want to cut you off on purpose. Some we
I'm
can't
guilty.
blame we can't blame put all the blame on him. I put some blame on him too because I seen the damage that he done. But we also got to put half the blame on the people that bought the course and you didn't do the damn due diligence.
Oh, for sure. I hold them accountable
But
too. I really do.
hold on. During that era, it wasn't nobody on social media preaching about good game, bro. At
And
that
you right.
time, it
You right.
it goes back to what show like it was a bunch of idiots thinking like they coming up on a good lick. You gotta think. Everybody in that mentality still think the trucking industry like the dope game, bro.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, shit, bro, you get caught, you get caught. They just,
Hey,
hey,
truck
bro,
my
if you gullible enough to pay me a subscription fee, your ass deserve to get got.
Hey, Truck Mafia, you hit the nail right on the head. You know why? Because a lot of us real ones like me, you, and Mr. Derek down there, we were on the road trucking, doing some real trucking at that time that they was on social media bullshitting. We ain't
Yeah.
had time for that.
That shit went right over my head, bro. I ain't even know. I'm just looking at the rates. I had a truck at the time. I'm like, damn, $4-5. All right, let's get it. Let's work. But on the other hand, you got people that was being vultures, and they were seeing that. Just
Now,
like now, go ahead.
the new wave is everybody selling, what they selling? Dispatching courses. Dispatching
Yeah.
courses. I am the goddamn dispatcher. What the fuck you mean?
Or my wife won. You
And
know,
I'm a
I
driver. What the
just
fuck I need a dispatch? And all the courses, all you is verbiage and lingo. Learning like canoe fees and ain't no such thing as a goddamn backhaul and motherfucking layover pay. Things that you need to ask for because your time is money. Your money is time. And these are
For sure.
key points that you got to make that broker pay. If not, hey, bro, I'm finna goddamn in the middle of 285, open the doors up and drive fast as I can and slam on brake. I'm finna empty out the whole goddamn trailer in the middle of the road. If you'll get your shit, like the other night, I had to cuss out this one dude. I said, dog, listen here. All right. I picked the load up. My appointment was at 10. Listen here, sir. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm gonna tell you one more time. My appointment was at 10 a.m. These folk got my trailer. I picked my trailer up at 6 p.m. So I was there all day. The appointment time, now we going to a receiver that's very strict. And they ain't Walmart. They somebody else, but they very strict. And I get there, me and the guard lady, we getting into it because, oh, your appointment was at 10 o'clock and we stopped taking drivers. You a goddamn lie, lady. I don't give a damn. Lady, you
Hmm.
need to call to the main office. You need to call your broker and tell him he gonna have to reschedule the load. I call
Yeah.
the broker and say, hey, bro, if you gotta reschedule this load, I'm charging your ass $500 a day. I'm sitting on this motherfucker. You understand?
mm,
If not, after 3 days, bro, it's $1,000 a day. And what you paid for this load, I'm gonna make the company pay me goddamn double just for having it at my goddamn yard.
Yeah. Yeah. So look, so when people talk about English proficiency and Punjab and when them taking cheap freight, you got to think about people in COVID too. All the brothers and sisters and everybody that jumped in from it, listening to all these people that selling courses. There was a lot of brothers and sisters out there taking some cheap freight too because they were not properly educated or vetted.
Yeah.
correct.
So a lot of people in COVID fucked up the trucking industry too, fucked up the trucking game.
They
I ain't
And
did.
fuck.
now
I
I'm
ain't
glad
fuck
that
up no truck
I'm glad they
industry during
dropping off
COVID.
like flies too.
I ain't fuck up
Yeah,
no trucking industry in COVID. During COVID, I had a lot of FEMA loads during that era, and a couple government contracts. And the homeboys that I had at that time, bro, I'm at home, bro, I'm at home, I'm at home. You gotta think when you get off into this industry, it is a major sacrifice, bro. You're gonna sacrifice something. You're gonna sacrifice your time, your family, for in order for the money.
Right.
So taking cheap freight, I don't know what that is, cause I never had to do it.
I got you. What
You
year
know,
did you start?
17.
Okay, okay. I started in 15. Got you.
Okay,
17 too. Yeah,
All right.
17.
17. I had class B's before I upgraded to A's.
All right.
See,
Cool.
and that's the thing. Everybody that started trucking got a backstory of
I'm
logistics.
gonna go get my charger. I'll be right back. Okay, keep going.
All right, no problem, no problem.
That's
Somebody in
humility, B. Go ahead.
somebody in trucking has some type of knowledge or experience before they got their CDL. Me, I was doing medical carrier. Before that, I had bought a van, gutted it out, had another cart, gutted that out, and I was just not donating, but getting donated blood from the hospital, taking it to other hospitals, going to the airport, doing the same thing like all over Michigan. A lot of people do not have that experience, bro. They got inspired by somebody else's story and the money. That's why they're here. When COVID
Yes.
came, bro, 2019, 2020, I ain't know so many truck drivers existed. I did.
Yep.
I did.
I agree.
But I'm not mad at them. Get your money, man. I'm not gonna knock your hustle. But we see what's going on now. Ain't nobody around.
But I came
They
from a law enforcement background. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I
You
yeah,
you you 12?
I was 12.
All
You
right,
can
Jay
see the look on
Reed.
his face, like you.
Say it ain't true, Jay Reed.
Hey man, listen here.
You ain't no cop, Jay
you,
Reed.
you ain't no couch, Jay Reed.
Hey, man.
Exactly.
Hey,
Oh,
my
that's
name
Yeah.
funny.
Truck Mafia for a reason now. You understand?
Hey
But
y'all.
going back to it, bro, it's all about help each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, it's been a lot of Punjabs that and Mexican brothers and Nicaraguan, Ecuador, Guatemala, all over the country. They come to the United States. I have helped. Even back in, I want to say I can count on both of my hands how many times I bagged in a Punjabi drive a truck into a dock just to help, bro. You know, because it ain't about color to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I done helped the old white man back in the door, and he
Hmm.
walking with a cane.
Mm.
So it ain't about color. My thing is when we gonna get our fair share of what's due
Who,
to us. You know
who
what
is
I'm saying, bro?
we? Who
Because
is we?
the whole industry as a whole.
I wanted you to say some names or some ethnicities. Let's juice it up.
Oh, you want me to say reparations? Nah, I ain't gonna say it.
Oh, here y'all go.
Hey,
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 listen. Hey,
hey, boy, hey, listen
hey,
here.
can we gotta leave the people guessing, man. Can we end this and give them a part two sometime?
Oh, for sure, man. I love you guys for
Hey, man,
sure.
where your crew at? Don't you got a crew?
Yeah, that's why I said at the beginning I'm 1/3 of Freight Fridays and Late
Where
Bruner
they at?
Trucking Club.
Why they all show up with you, man?
Oh
Why
man,
you ready?
to
He
be honest,
pressing
I
my
didn't even
man's. Hold on. What the fuck?
to be honest, I didn't ask. But hey, part two, we can get all three of them up here, or both of them up here
Let's do that. Let's do.
for sure. We can definitely
Can we
work.
get a panel of like 4 or 5
Hey,
people?
man, hold on. I think one at a time. Don't all y'all got beards and shit? I ain't got no damn beard, man.
You better grow you one, goddamn.
How y'all do it, bro? I'm babyface Nelson in this bitch. Like, damn.
But yeah, we could definitely do a part two, man. I'll definitely tell my fellas about it, and let's work together, man.
Man, let's work. Let's work. Hey, this the 18 Wheeling Podcast, man. You got my guy CDL Shorty, man. We appreciate you, bro. For real, man. Let's wrap
Hey,
this
and the
up.
infamous mafia in this bitch. Hey, what we gonna do, bro? We gonna break some rules, and we gonna piss off DOT this week, ain't we?
Let's go.
Ah, shit.
Let's go.
Hey, listen here. I ain't stopping till the blue lights come on, goddamn it. Let's go.
Let's get it.